bits and bobs out, please. Okay, here we go. So, what is going on, people? How are you doing? Say hi if you're here. Sorry about that little techie hitch. Hiya, Joe. So I was just about to say, last night in my private membership group, Awaken Soul, is where we talk about all spiritual things like astrology and gene keys and generally my bits of craziness that come through in dreams and downloads and things I get to share with my Awaken Soul tribe who don't think I'm crazy. We were looking at the astrological weather that was coming through as the astrology weather and the gene keys as well. And there was some amazing activations going on, which are enabling us to really start to manifest and own our voice, manifest through the power of the spoken word. Our inspiration is switched on. I can't remember what else, but the throat is fully loaded. And yeah, it's a chance to bring in that, I think it was Buddha fever, where we can just sink into the silence of consciousness, which is completely empty and silent, but that brings you a sense of inner peace. Anyway, if you want to know more about that, you can join our membership hub. We go live every Wednesday at Awaken Soul. But what I want to jump on and say about for this group, Successful, Sassy and Spiritual, is just to talk about investment in yourself and your business. How do you feel about your business, full stop? I reflect back only about a year ago where I would meet up with friends and I would just be like, oh, it's not working, blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying so hard, it's not clicked in. And, you know, I think back and I think the spoken word is really, really powerful. As soon as you start to change your words and align them with your feelings, then magical things can happen. I knew at that moment in time that I wasn't ready for a breakthrough in my business. And the reason that I knew that is because I couldn't feel the breakthrough at that moment in time. So people don't just become an overnight success. It goes in incremental steps. For the past several years I've had my business, I've reinvested pretty much every penny, and I've subsidized my own business for many, many years. But I've reinvested or invested in my own business for several years. And it's only over the last, I don't know, 6 months to a year maybe, where I haven't had to do that. So it takes years to build a financially stable business. But some people don't know that. They assume that when they take a course and they, you know, set up in business, whatever that is for you, that people are going to come flooding through your door. I'm not a very business planning type of person. But I would advise anybody to set timeline goals. And that is what I do now. You know, I set these incremental goals, you know, the things that I want to achieve. You know, I jot them on a timeline, and that's me planning really when I want them to happen, because then your energy can align to that and to make that become a reality for you. So think about the way that you're talking about your business, the way that you talk to others about your business, the way that you talk to yourself about your business right now. And just write in the comments below how you notice yourself talk about yourself as a business owner, your business, how you feel about it. Say hi if anybody's joining, just so I can see who's there. And we're just discussing how you talk about, hi Maureen. We're just discussing how you talk about your business. I was saying, you know, before my business started to do well, I would sit with friends and it's not working. It's just so hard. And it was, you know, but I was giving off the wrong vibration, because vibration creates your reality. And even with all the awareness that I have, you know, about how that kind of stuff works, it didn't stop me from just saying how I felt. Actually, that's bloody hard work, and I'm not seeing the rewards yet. But what I did do is I did keep investing in the business to make sure it's got to where it is now. And I'm happily say that I'm a 5-figure a year business owner now. So, you know, it does eventually pay off. Don't believe, I believe you need to have a strong team around you to make that happen. And that is something that we can discuss later down the line. And it's something that I can help you with, because now I'm actually working with people, and you know, we're building a support system for people who need that kind of techie support, because I literally started with zero knowledge about Facebook or websites or anything admin or technical or email lists, and I'm not an expert in it now, but I do know experts and they help me. So how do you feel about your business? Write in the comments, even if you get on the replay. And how well do you invest in yourself and invest in your business? Like I say, over the past several years, every penny has been spent on my business, reinvesting, or me personally subsidizing the business to keep it going. And not just to keep it going, but to keep it building and growing and looking amazing and offering value and quality. Maureen says, I love that you're providing this support for your students. Thank you. Joe says, the most challenging thing for myself has been transitioning from a face-to-face therapy business to an online space. I think you're right about the tense you talk about your business, as I talk of the when and not the now. Yeah, I remember years ago when maybe I just started the business. Yeah, I had just started my business and I was living somewhere else, and I put a sticky note on the kitchen cupboard door to say what it was, my acclamation to the future. And I put that sticky note on the door, and I remembered it now. So I've since moved from that house, so that sticky note's gone somewhere. But it was to have the biggest and the best spiritual coaching academy that I know of, you know. So that was my dream goal at that time, and that's still what I'm striving for now. So I do everything in my power to keep building my business. So it's a case of understanding what it actually takes and not thinking that everything's going to come to you easily and naturally. They won't. You'll have losses and you'll have wins. And it's how you navigate through the losses and to keep your head above the water and to keep moving forward. Yeah, transitioning into the online world, if you weren't already on there, can be is challenging in itself. Online techie is challenging because you're having to learn this new system, and it's not as simple as somebody just walking through your door and you getting on with your practice the way that you've been taught. You have to learn this other complete way of being, and it can be a bit scary. Hi Teresa, how are you? Lovely to catch you too. So we were just discussing how you feel about your business, how you talk about your business, how you talk to your friends about your business. I was just referring back to probably, I don't know, time flies so fast now, a year or so ago before my business finally kicked in, how I would talk to friends, you know, how I would show up at lunches and talk about my business to my friends. Oh, it's so stressful. Oh, it's so hard. It's not working. And my friend would say to me, just get a job. And that was the motivating factor for me to think, is that the alternative, to get a job? Absolutely, goddamn, no way. And that would give me the motivation and spur me on to keep going. And you know, you've always got to check in with yourself and think, right, what are you not doing, or what can you be doing more of, or what should you be doing less of, to really align you with the values. And it's really important to know what your values are in your business, to really align you to those values. As Teresa says, so true. So many losses when I found my feet and my dream team. Exactly. Finding your dream team is super important, because if you don't have a techie background, then you definitely need someone in your team that does. Joe says, after last night's live on the Awaken Soul, I've retrieved my whiteboard out of the loft and starting up my business goals. That's great. I was looking for my whiteboard. I've moved it somewhere because I need to write all mine down. It'll be hid behind a sofa somewhere. But that is a great idea to do. I too, last night and this morning, were thinking about that live. I'm thinking, you know, if a genie showed up now and said, Anne-Marie, you've got one wish, what is it? You know, and what came to me was, because you've got to think, you've got to really put into words what it is that you want. It's so difficult, especially when you only got, say, one wish. Obviously you haven't, but you know, my values are to lead an exciting, fun, healthy life where I get to show up in my business and deliver, work with spirit. To be honest with you, it's to work in sync with spirit, to deliver the work that I'm meant to be doing, that fulfills me, and you know, it does the same for other people. Megan says, I'm working towards my dream as my current job boss is a bully and I'm so low. Yeah, that can be difficult. Yeah, so Karen and Josh, that's great to hear that you've got them in your team. That's really, really good. Okay. So keep your vision in mind, even when you're on a downer, Megan. You know, you've got to keep your vision in line. I took a job for a couple of years, and it taught me a lot of great things, and I don't regret taking that job, even though working for someone else is not for me. It taught me so many valuable things, and I don't regret many things. Don't regret anything actually that I've done in life. Maybe I'll sit with that one, but yeah, I don't have regrets. I always look at the learning opportunity, whatever you get from that. So think about what it is that you're learning from this situation that you're in, Megan. So any other questions, or anybody want to say anything before I bid you farewell? Megan says, thank you. I'm so glad I've found you. The courses I've just registered on. Good. And it's glad to have you as part of the community over on the Soul Awakening Coach page. Yeah, learning you're a better person. Good. Because you will bring those new skills into your own business, and nothing's ever wasted. So you can all post after this video goes up, and thank you, Teresa says you'll love them. Megan. Joe Crowley says, great support. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Take care.